considerably less. Buy a new Chevy Cavalier Coupe. The 1988 Chevrolet Beretta, a new kind of performance car for those who appreciate the not so straight and narrow.
WISN TV, Milwaukee. This is the 10 o'clock Channel 12 News with Marty Burns-Wolf, Jerry Tapp, Tom Sutton, John Milan, and the Channel 12 News team.
Almost a year since the story first broke, the final report on the Iran-Contra affair is out, and it stings. Good evening, I'm Jerry Tapp.
And I'm Marty Burns-Wolf. After 7 months of front-page headlines and Capitol Hill hearings, the 690-page Iran-Contra report is out. While there is no evidence, no direct evidence the president knew of the diversion of money from the arms sales to Contra rebels, the report concludes that the president must bear the ultimate responsibility. And that if the president did not know the details, he should have. It goes on to say that Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North was the central figure involved in all aspects of the secret operation, and that the late CIA Director William Casey encouraged North and promoted extra illegal covert organizations.
As a witch hunt, it proceeded as a witch hunt, and the final report indicates that indeed it was a witch hunt.
The special prosecutor's investigation continues, and those who know say there will probably be charges against Oliver North, John Poindexter, Richard Secord, and Albert Hakim for conspiracy, misuse of public funds, obstruction of justice. The president had no comment on the report.
Across the world tonight, a subway in London has turned into a fiery death trap at the evening rush hour. At least 30 people killed after fire erupted in the subway today. The fire and the resulting human stampede injured an estimated 100 people as smoke billowed out, hampering rescue operations. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. It was a machine fire under a wooden escalator, they say. And in the aftermath of Sunday's tragic plane crash in Denver, sources say the co-pilot was at the controls at the time of the tragedy and had only 36 hours of flying time in a DC-9. The pilot, who also reportedly had limited experience as a captain in that sort of plane, may have tried to take over the controls just before the crash. The voice recorder aboard the plane also reveals the crew never asked the control tower to have the plane de-iced. Therefore, they say that aircraft sat in a snowstorm for 24 minutes without the tower's knowledge.
Back in Wisconsin, state teachers chalked up another loss today over early retirement, but they vow to keep on fighting. The teachers packed the balcony of the state assembly chambers and wanted the lawmakers to know just how strongly they support the chance to retire at age 62 and as early as age 55 in some cases. But the motion to override the governor's veto of early retirement fell 2 votes short.
If something isn't passed, I'm sure our members who have supported people on both sides of the aisle, but in particular the Republican Party, will be less than enthusiastic to work for their re-elections. I don't know.
Other news out of the Capitol, the Assembly has sent the Democrats' $62 million tax relief plan back to the Governor Thompson's desk. The governor says he may veto it yet again since it's more expensive than his plan.
People rob banks for money, right? But in Milwaukee, bank robbery is a crime that does not pay. With the exception of one case, no one has gotten away with a bank holdup here so far this year. Alan May reports on that one exception in tonight's Crime Line Anonymous.
If there's one crime in Milwaukee that has not picked up in numbers over the past few years, it's bank robbery. So far this year, we've had 16 of them, and all but one have been solved. The only exception is this Marquette Savings and Loan next to Timmerman's Shopping Plaza. This holdup goes back to the beginning of June. That's the robber in the upper part of the TV screen walking up to the teller's window. The man starts to fill out a deposit slip the way any customer would, but then he says he has a gun and demands what's in the cash drawer. Now here's something different. Just to the right side of the robber is a monitor connected to the bank's overhead camera.
Any customer walking in, if they are aware of it, will see themselves on television immediately.
So in this case, the robber actually saw himself committing the crime.
I believe he did, and he just didn't seem to care whether or not he showed his face. He didn't wear any type of disguise at all.
Maybe you recognize this man. He's about 6 feet tall, his hair is neatly styled, he has long sideburns and what may be a mustache. Employees did not get a license number, but this is the kind of car they remember speeding away. A mid to late 1970s Monte Carlo. It's white with a maroon top, with rust on the door panels and with older yellow and black license plates.
Because of the automobile having the Wisconsin plate, that he is local, and the fact that he just was very casual, I just think he wants to be caught.
If you recognize this man, you can solve this crime, and without getting involved, by calling Crime Line Anonymous at 1-800-73-CRIME. Your tip is worth up to $500 reward on conviction, and you never have to give your name. The operator will give you a secret code to use later. Anytime, anywhere, 1-800-73-CRIME. It's a free call. Alan May, Crime Line Anonymous.
By enforcing a controversial new law, Kenosha undercover agents have issued dozens of citations to adult bookstores over the past month. The citations are for what police believe are violations of the county's new anti-pornography law. Kenosha Sheriff Fred Eckernes isn't sure the crackdown will result in the closing of the stores, but he says it should have a sobering effect. The anti-pornography ordinance is being challenged, however. The state Supreme Court is expected to rule on its constitutionality next year.
Well, the crackdown continues in Kenosha. In Greenfield, kids on wheels are trying not to crack up.
That's because Belly Buttons, a former strip club, is now a skateboard parlor.
The Greenfield City Council approved the change this week, and Dave Wagner tells us about it.
You can still make out the old Belly Button sign and the advertisement for completely nude dancing, but naked bodies have given way to this. This is the Turf, a skateboard park with 5 different skating bowls and hundreds of teenagers.
It's just something I enjoy doing the most out of anything else. And, you know, someone else might not think it's cool, but I think it's about the coolest.
The owner of the Turf says he's taken ideas from the best skateboard parks in America. Skateboarders say the result is a unique facility.
This is the only indoor-outdoor facility in the world, and it's attracting skateboarders from all over the country.
We have response from California to New York, from coast to coast. Kids are coming here.
Sternagel says some people walk in the door hoping to see nude dancing. They end up leaving, and city officials are glad.
And I think this is killing 2 birds with 1 stone. We're coming with a very positive image here. We're supplying something for the youth of the city, plus we're taking the negative away from the city of Greenfield, which is long overdue also.
While skateboarders have their fair share of accidents and injuries, parents describe the sport as good, clean fun.
We're out here all the time. I just feel this has been a real healthy activity for him.
And these skateboarders agree. For them, this new skateboard park is
simply awesome.
Dave Wagner, Channel 12 News, Greenfield.
Okay. Coming up, let's learn how to overcome depression.
Family Health reporter Tom Andrews examines help for people who are living on the edge.
There's a high risk of suicide. These are lethal diseases. They're not to be treated lightly. And so it's terribly important, you know, to be honest with the patient.
No 2 businesses are alike. Some are well established, and some are up and coming. As business banking specialists, First Bank Milwaukee understands that different clients require different solutions, even though the results are usually the same.
First Bank came through.
First Bank came through. First Bank Milwaukee, the business bank.
This TV is so sophisticated, a formal announcements required. It's a new RCA 20-inch flat screen stereo remote control TV. The stereo remote control TV is only $3.99 at American, but don't buy it. No, buy something else at American and get the stereo TV too. This Whirlpool washer and dryer set, $6.98 for both. You get the RCA stereo TV. 4-piece oak contemporary bedroom set's only $5.95, and that's not all. You get the RCA remote control TV too. This country style sofa, $3.99, and you still get the stereo TV. This JVC camcorder with Zoom, $9.95, and you get the stereo TV. IBM compatible or Apple computers. This complete 100 total watt Sansui stereo, just $5.88, and you get the stereo TV. A vast array of items include the RCA 20-inch flat screen stereo remote control TV in American, but only while 3,000 lasts. It's gotta be good.
the little temptations of life can lead to big problems. That's why the CompCare HMO does more than just treat you when you're sick. We offer preventive programs to help keep you healthy. So carry the caring card, because the competition looks pretty good.
Well, the holidays are coming, time to celebrate with family and friends. But for victims of depression, the holidays can magnify painful feelings of being alone.
And though depression can be treated, only 20% of the victims seek help. Family Health reporter Tom Andrews examines that as he continues his special series of reports, Living on the Edge.
Sometimes you can almost feel it coming, like a November chill. Like so many dead leaves, life's sad events can pile up. Trouble at work, a relationship gone sour.
Now, it's normal to feel blue, to be discouraged when things go wrong. But if several weeks go by and you still can't snap out of those bad feelings, depression may be setting in.
Kathleen Stepneski knew she was under pressure at home and on the job, but she never guessed she was suffering from depression.
It just seemed like all of a sudden I just buried my head in somebody's chest and said, I can't take it anymore, I can't take it anymore. And I wouldn't let anybody touch me, and yet I knew something was happening to me.
Taking the first step, coming in for help, is crucial, especially if you can battle depression in its early stages.
There's a high risk of suicide. These are lethal diseases. They're not to be treated lightly. And so it's terribly important, you know, to be honest with a patient who's depressed. You know when someone is terribly depressed near you, by and large, and to say to them, you know, this is a disease that has a high rate of suicide, and you've got to get treated.
Doctors today use a combination of treatment techniques. Psychotherapy means talking a patient through feelings and experiences, either one-on-one or in a group setting. Then there's medication. Antidepressant drugs that ease depression by restoring chemical balance to the brain. Unfortunately, some people attach a stigma to taking these drugs, saying they're addicting or that they'll turn you into a zombie.
If the proper medication is chosen and the proper dosages, they attack the target symptoms. They help the individual be less depressed, have more energy, stop crying, and they should not cause the person to be sedated or have any change of personality or have an addiction.
They can read that there are medications available and psychotherapy available that will help people within 10 days to 2 weeks. Why should someone suffer for 6 months with depression when they can get that kind of help?
25-year-old Diane Bardonner can attest to that. Her 3-week stay in the relaxed surroundings of Milwaukee Psychiatric Hospital eased her fears about getting professional help. She also learned the value of sharing her feelings with other patients.
You don't feel like you're alone. I mean, everyone's got their problems, whether they're different or not. But it helps to share with others, too.
But not everyone can afford to go to a private hospital. Where can you turn for help? I'll explore that and more in my next report. Tom Andrews, Channel 12 News, Milwaukee.
We are offering a free pamphlet with more information on depression.
If you'd like one, just send a stamped, self-addressed, business-size envelope to Depression Pamphlet, Post Office Box 402, Milwaukee 53201.
After a day of battling on the front lines, the last thing you need is kitchen duty. So on your way home, stop off at Pizza Hut and pick up a hot, delicious pan pizza to go, loaded with your favorite toppings, the way only Pizza Hut can make it. It's the perfect ending to a busy day.
Toyota's 30th anniversary celebration days are on now at your Toyota dealers. Open an extra value package and save up to $1,000 on popular options. Come in and save now on Camry sedans and wagons. Save now on Tercel coupes and liftbacks, or get free options on a limited edition 4x4 and save up to $630. Save big on option packages and get a money-saving deal, but you better hurry. Toyota's 30th anniversary celebration days won't last forever. See your Toyota dealer now.
It's a fantastic deal. I got a name brand suit at a discount price, plus I got a free sport coat.
I'm here at the Great Cons giveaway, talking to customers about an extraordinary offer. A free sport coat with every suit and free slacks with every sport coat.
I got this sport coat for $99 and a $35 pair of slacks free. You can't beat it.
The Great Cons Giveaway. It's on now for a limited time, only at Cons.
Make it Cons.
Hurry, the Great Cons Giveaway ends Sunday.
Best Buy's 15-hour audio sale. This Saturday only, from 9 a.m. to midnight. Every audio product in stock is specially priced. Home stereos, car stereos, stereo components, portables, boom boxes, compact disc players, clock radios, and electronic keyboards. They're all on sale. This Saturday only at Best Buy Superstore. That's music for your ears.